Hello, and welcome back to the Caffeinated Librarians, Mayapack Public Library's pop culture podcast. And today we are saying farewell to our good friend Godzilla, sending him off with two of the most recent films from the Japanese series. We didn't cover any of the American stuff here. My recommendations are short. Godzilla vs. Kong. It's a good one. But yeah, we're covering Shin Godzilla from 2016. Perfect, thank you. And Godzilla -1 from
2023.
Thank you again. I did not have the info pulled up right now. I'm letting the reviewers down. But yeah. So Shin Godzilla was the first one since Godzilla Final Wars to be made in Japan. Toho, after Final Wars, put down a moratorium. They were like, all right, we're taking 10 years off at least. Come back 12 years later with Shin Godzilla. Now, this movie is written, co-directed, and I think maybe co-edited as well by Hideaki Anno, who's a big name mainly for his anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is one of my favorite series, which also drew a lot from a lot of like mecha stuff and a lot of kaiju stuff. And he's been a lifelong fan of kaiju films and media and all kinds of tokusatsu stuff. I love this movie. That's all I'm going to say at first. What were you guys' first impressions?
My first impression is this Shin Godzilla plays more like a political drama.
Oh, it's definitely a political drama.
Which is nice. And one thing, and I don't know, I assume they did this intentionally, but when you first see Godzilla, it looks
gnarly,
comical.
Oh.
But
it's horrible to behold.
But then it progresses to what you're normally what a viewer of our era would associate with Godzilla. And I'm like, is that kind of just is that a throwback to like is that a commentary on the evolution of Godzilla? That's how I perceived it. Like why it starts off looking so goofy looking.
I find the initial form with the giant eyes and everything, when it has no arms and it's just kind of pushing itself along, to be really sad and upsetting, because it's just like, this thing doesn't know where it is. This thing doesn't know what's going on. It seems to be in great pain, but it's also killing a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, it's just letting blood out of its gills, and you're like, oh my god, what is this thing? I don't know. You can view it as a comment. I just saw it as, I don't know. I saw it as just a different take where you get to see this thing evolve, because here Godzilla is positioned as like perhaps the most evolved being of all time. And like it's just running through at an insane rate.
And one thing that really stood out to me with both of these movies, more so than in the other ones, especially the ones where he's fighting other monsters. So maybe in the first one also, the very first one we watched. But Godzilla's just kind of walking. He's not eating.
No.
He's not like eating people. He's just going somewhere. So it's interesting that you say like the creature like doesn't know where he is or what he's doing. Like Godzilla's not really doing anything. He's just like kind of like, the comical part of me is like, I want to know where he's going.
Oh yeah, I mean?
Like is he just taking the best route?
There's that point where one of the scientists, like, all he does is walk. That's it. He just goes from one point to another. It's not like there's a goal here.
And he doesn't attack anyone until he's attacked. He doesn't use his radiation ray until people start shooting stuff at him. Which they waited way too long in Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like,
But that is like, kind of essential to the film's thesis. Like, this takes all the bureaucracy scenes from the previous Godzilla movies that you'd watch as a kid, and you'd be like, oh man, more of this. And it's like, no, that's the movie, man. That's the story here. And it makes it so dynamic and interesting through just like frankly insane cinematography. There are so many shots in this movie. Like, that sounds like a stupid thing to say, but trust me, if you watch this, you're gonna be like, wow, there's a lot of shots in this. And I don't know if some of that comes from Anno's background in animation, just a different viewpoint on how to construct a film, but like, I love all the scenes where like they are deliberating and you get just direct addresses from like everybody commenting on it, and the editing style is so rapid fire.
That was one thing I noticed too, is it really moves for a movie where, and I don't want this to come out the wrong way, for a movie where not much is really actually physically happening.
It's a lot of people in offices
moves
debating.
fast. And I thought it was so funny, and I think that is certainly a commentary on the political system or whatever. But they literally are having a meeting with the same exact people that are in the room, and then they're like, okay, let's go into the conference room to make this official. And then all the people that were just in that same room go into another room to continue this conversation. And it's like, wow, like that's probably, like, unfortunately probably how things actually are. Like, because everything needs to be so, also, I was like, this prime minister, come on, man. They just keep telling him, like, you need to make a decision. Like, it's
He's
your
very
call.
Indecisive as a prime minister.
I mean, he is being handed, frankly, ludicrous decisions of like, do you want to deploy the military for like the first time ever in Tokyo? And it's just like, I don't know, man.
To destroy something that you don't even know what it is.
Like, I don't know. Something I really like about this movie is just like, there is no mystique to the politics here.
No.
It's not like House of Cards type stuff where it's like, oh, they're all scheming.
There's no wheeling and dealing.
No, it's like these are just like bureaucrats trying, and like some of them are good, some of them are not so good at their jobs, but like they're trying here, and like they're just panicked because it's like, what is this? Like, what do we even do here? Like, when the film opens up, it's just like, there's just like blood going into a car tunnel that runs underwater, and you're just like, oh, okay. And there's just like bubblings and stuff in this spot above it, and they're like, what is it, like a heat vent? Is it an underwater volcano? Is it? And like one guy, our protagonist, Rando Yaguchi, is like, I think it's a giant monster, actually. And they're like, you're being ridiculous. You need to shut up, man. Like, and then they see a video of it and like, oh,
that guy was right.
Yeah, that's a tail. That Yaguchi's right. Okay. And then it pushes itself onto land, and we see the weird baby Godzilla form in this.
It looked so different than what we were used to and what we had been seeing, that I actually thought that was the monster Godzilla was going to be coming to fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then when he started to evolve, I was like, oh, okay, he's becoming Godzilla.
Yeah.
But, I also, I really liked, again, I liked all the political stuff. It was interesting, too, and it's like, not a throwaway line, but it's not really something that they keep going back to. There's one part where it's Russia and some other country are like, they're talking about Russia and some other country not wanting Japan and the United States to have control over Godzilla. Like, they want control too. I was like, that's a movie right in and of itself right there. Like that would be an awesome movie. Yeah. Like, just countries trying to control Godzilla for their own purpose, and my God, he just tears,
But so this baby Godzilla is running through and causing a lot of problems. And then it evolves and starts walking on 2 legs, and boy, oh boy, that's not good.
No.
But then walks back into the ocean because it seems like it may be overheated, and so there's massive destruction in Tokyo, and so they set up a Godzilla task force, and this is a real crack team made up of just like weirdos and outcasts from other bureaucratic institutions and universities. I wish I had written the line down, but there's a great bit where it's being introduced, and it's like, you are nerds, weirdos, academic heretics. But yeah, good stuff. And they get to work figuring out, all right, what is this? And they have some information from a scientist who seemed to discover this in the past, but then killed himself. And I don't know. It could be they think it's Godzilla's genetic code, but and this is where an American comes into the picture. Look, I know she doesn't speak great English in this, but think about how many people are in our movies who are speaking broken Spanish and broken Japanese and broken everything.
Yep. Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, she's a special envoy to the president. I don't quite know if that's a real role, but whatever.
Probably. I mean,
yeah.
Now, she was born in America, though?
Yes, I believe that's the
implication. Oh, okay. Because there is a scene where there is a part where
her becoming
the future president, and I was like, wait. Was she born in America, though? And I love how they don't even show the president. They just show, like, his tie.
Yeah.
Like, in his hands. And I'm like, I don't know. That's just like some guy they pulled off the street to be like, just sit here for a minute and move your hands around.
It's like a callback to the old 90s cartoons where the villain, all you saw was like his torso and his hands.
Yeah. She was beautiful, by the way. Gorgeous. Just as an FYI.
Just as an FYI.
So yeah.
I really thought she was going to get it on with the, not get it on, but hook up with the, not hook up, get together with
Yaguchi.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed. I was like, give us something,
I didn't see that.
No?
No.
Oh, no, they were flirting.
Definitely flirting,
I
yeah.
don't know.
They were the two main people. Of course they were flirting.
But yeah, and we see like attempts to explain this to the public throughout, and it's again, this movie kind of makes me sad because like I'm just watching it and I'm like, damn, this is so depressive.
Yeah.
This is how it would go.
Yeah.
Like,
how many times are they like, I suggest a press conference? Like, you guys got to stop with the press conferences.
I did love when the prime minister is like, quick, I need my emergency uniform.
Yeah.
And it's the classic windbreaker.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of when Mondami's up there speaking about the snow and stuff like that, and he's got like the quarter zip up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that is your it's about to snow outfit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like governors, they always pull out the windbreakers before snow or hurricane, and they're like, look, and it's very silly, but like every politician has to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it, but I guess it wouldn't hit that it was an emergency if they were in a suit.
No, can't be wearing a suit,
But yeah, and then Godzilla comes back. He's a lot bigger now.
Yeah.
Massive.
And yeah, I love the design of him in this movie.
I don't know. The design in this movie I thought was... And I understand Godzilla's supposed to be a terrifying monster, but it's like I liked the initial Godzilla we got and like the first one. I don't know how I feel about this Godzilla design.
I like it a lot. I don't know. To me, it suggests that like this creature is in pain.
Yeah.
Like its skin is very hard,
Yeah.
and like you see it
Definitely
when it moves very stiffly, and like the eyes are like really blank.
Yeah.
Even when it opens its mouth, it's like bottom jaw splits in two.
Yeah. Actually, there's eventually the military decides, or the prime minister decides to take military action, and they start just firing stuff at Godzilla. In retaliation, Godzilla releases.
To be clear, when they drop the bombs, that is U.S. intervention.
U.S.
as well.
intervention,
Yes.
yeah. But he releases whatever that is from his back, right? The radiation or
Yes.
something. Dude, the shot after he does that, like Godzilla almost looks like sad.
Yeah.
Like he looks. I was almost like he looks like he didn't want to just do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then he just kind of like. So I guess that expels a lot of energy for him to do that.
He runs on nuclear fission in
Yeah.
this, and it's an element that is currently undiscovered.
Yeah.
But first he exhales from his mouth,
Yeah.
and they use the classic sound effect for it too, which I
Yeah.
find really disconcerting in this
Yeah.
in this context. And at first it's fire, then it grows to the purple blast, and oh boy, is that nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he shoots it out from his back, and you're just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And Tokyo's just wrecked,
Yeah.
like totally. He shoots down the prime minister's helicopter as well. And then he just stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing is they predict that they have something like, I forget exact the number they say, but they say something like 340 hours or something before Godzilla regenerates or re-gets his strength. But like, while he's just chilling there, why aren't you guys trying to figure something out to, like, I don't know, get him out of there? Like, I understand you'd probably need the world. You would need 400,000 planes or something to be able to move him.
I also think the fear is if you agitate it, it will
It
wake
will
back
attack.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. My initial thoughts of this movie was, all right, we're going into a really cool kaiju movie. This is going to be great. And I don't know that I initially liked the constant, like, look at government bureaucracy and their, like, timing on this. So, like, when I was done watching the movie, I had to, like, go and do a little bit of my own research. And what I found, like, I didn't go heavily, I just wanted some background information on, like, the themes of this movie. And what I found that it was, like, government responses and bureaucratic responses to disasters. So, like,
This was heavily inspired by the Fukushima nuclear
and the earthquake that happened in 2011 and the government's response to it. And I was like, this then makes a lot more sense to it. I don't know. I guess I was entertained, but I don't know that I was entertained enough by the look at government bureaucracy and what they should do in order to mitigate or neutralize Godzilla's wreckage on Tokyo and Japan.
I love the problem solving aspect of it, and like I don't know. I find that intriguing to like approach something so outlandish with such a grounded lens.
Yeah.
Of just like, okay, how would this go down? And like, I think a lot of this is the idealism of politics running up against the reality of just like what is being thrown at you, and like what department oversees this, what does this, what does that,
right?
And like
yeah, and I mean, the fact that it turns into being like global politics, like so towards the end, the only thing that they can figure out, and with the exception of our protagonist and his team, is the government at large thinks the only way to eradicate Godzilla is to just basically bomb Tokyo.
Well, not the Japanese government,
No,
the U.S.
right.
government,
Yeah.
and that is something that is brought up a lot here.
Yeah.
They mention at one point the post-war period never really ends.
Yeah.
And that's when after World War II, we had a lot to do with the new Japanese constitution.
Yep.
And part of that was Japan cannot have a standing military. They can have a self-defense force, and that's it. And it only under certain circumstances can like things be fired, bombs, all that stuff.
Right.
And so like this movie is, you know, pretty directly about a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to, but he sees no way out of it, of signing on to have Tokyo nuked.
Yeah.
And because he's like, well, you know, at least the other countries are going to help us rebuild. And it's really sad.
Yeah.
And this, you know, this makes the Godzilla force be like, all right, we really got to kick into gear here. And because they are warned about it by the American envoy, because she's like, look, my grandparents survived 2 atomic bombs.
Yeah.
I don't want this to happen again.
Yeah.
And their big plan is a blood coagulation agent. If they can slow down Godzilla's blood enough, he should freeze. And I love them putting this plan into effect. It's so cool. It's so elaborate. You see like trains crashing into him, all these drones coming in to deplete his energy by getting him to shoot his beams out. It's so fun. And then I don't know, it captures the energy of like those scenes and earlier in like the early Godzilla films of just seeing like the military mobilize and like deploy their stuff and everything and see their plan succeed. And they shoot Godzilla full of the coagulant and he freezes just as he's about to do something. But yeah, and then they discover, okay, Godzilla's isotope, it's only got a half-life of 20 days. They can rebuild. They can repopulate this area. It will be okay soon enough. Like, and you know, it seems like Yaguchi has a bright future in government ahead of him. But he acknowledges, like, look, you have a choice as a politician to take accountability or to not. And like, he's taking accountability for the people who were lost in this action, who, you know, and because there were a lot of sacrifices along the way. But yeah, and you know, if Godzilla ever wakes up again, they will be nuked. And on that ominous note, we see the last shot of the film where we see what looks to be like humanoid creatures and spines growing out of Godzilla as he was being frozen. And we don't know what to do with that, but it's a horrifying image. But yeah, like I said, I just the pace of this film and all of that I'm so about. I love the music of it. It uses a lot of the old score while mixing in some new stuff as well. I'm a big fan of Anno's recent run of films. After this, he did Shin Ultraman 2022, which is unlike this, way less serious. Shin Ultraman is just goofy. It's just like it's just the most fun you can have. It's like, okay, this is a superhero movie, and but it's so fun. It's got so much style and verve to it. And then Shin Kamen Rider, which is so brutal. It looks so hyper. The violence is insane, and like I don't know how it's shot. There's like a hyper real element to it where you're like, oh man, this is weird.
So he went from one extreme to the other.
Yeah. But I mean, like Shin Kamen Rider is also like a hoot and holler and good time. It's not like serious thematically. It's just,
Okay.
But yeah. Godzilla also in this one has really tiny arms and a gigantic tail.
Yes.
The biggest tail you've ever seen.
Yes.
I love the tiny arms. I think that's cool. And yeah. But yeah. What are we giving this one? You know what? There's that great scene where Yaguchi realizes he hasn't changed his shirt in several days.
Yeah.
So dirty shirt?
Yeah, let's give it out of dirty shirts.
All right. I'm gonna say 4.5 dirty shirts out of 5. I did enjoy this.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 dirty shirts. Although I think my score would be a little higher after I give this movie a second watch, because I feel like for me, I'm gonna have to watch this movie again to really appreciate it, because Joe's hyped it up so much. So 4 out of 5 dirty shirts.
5 out of 5 for me. You know. And then, all right, let's hop to Godzilla -1.
So, initial thoughts on Godzilla -1. My first thought. You say, talk about a gigantic tail.
This one had a
He had a gigantic tail. This was, in my mind, a case of spatial awareness. Godzilla does not have it.
No.
Like, every time he turns around, his tail is knocking over another building.
Yep.
I'm like, Godzilla, put the tail down.
He's so big in general in this one. Like, he's really beefed up.
Yeah.
His arms, even, are, like, gigantic.
They're muscular.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the first period piece in the franchise.
Is it?
Yeah. Outside of some scenes in Godzilla versus King Ghidorah where they like go back in time to World War II, this is it. This is the only one that's like set entirely in a different era.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense though, since who we're following.
There's some comics though that have a lot of fun with it. Like there's one where I think like Godzilla's like attacking pirate ships and stuff. There's also a really good one that came out last year, Godzilla's Monster Piece Theater, where it's like a bunch of public domain characters fighting Godzilla. Like it's like The Great Gatsby, and
funny.
he assembles a team. It's like beautifully drawn. I cannot emphasize how good Godzilla Monster Piece Theater looks. Like read it, you'll have a blast.
Nice.
But yeah, this one is set right in post-war Japan, like, I don't know, 46, 47, I'm not sure. But pretty soon after the war, you know? And it follows a man who was supposed to be a kamikaze pilot. He came back alive.
He's got some serious PTSD.
Yes,
Yeah,
because his
serious
whole squad
PTSD.
was killed by Godzilla.
Yeah.
Only him and one other man survived, and the other man hates him for it because he's like, you didn't act, and everyone's dead, and you should be dead.
Yeah, it was rough.
But yeah, his name is Koichi Shikishima, and Shikishima is, he's suffering a lot from PTSD here. As I think we all would if we saw our squad get killed by a giant dinosaur.
Yes.
But it's important to note, when Godzilla's in that opening sequence, he's big. He ain't that big, though.
Yeah.
Okay? He's like a normal dinosaur at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he goes home, and honestly, some really adorable found family stuff going on here, where a woman kind of crosses paths with him, and she has this baby with her, and she's like, it's not my baby, but how can I not take care of this?
That kid was like the cutest kid.
Oh,
the
yeah.
cutest kid.
Yeah, Kiko's adorable in this film.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and Noriko is the quasi wife here, and their neighbors are helping them out, and it's you get a sense of like, okay, things are rebuilding, and he gets a job on a minesweeper that is a wooden boat with like 3 other guys, 2 of which served in the war. One was a weapons engineer for the Navy, and one was just a ship captain, right? Yeah. And then one young guy who they all rag on for being a young guy.
As they're wont to do.
Yeah, and they all kind of have, their own PTSD going on, too.
Yeah.
Because, post-World War II, not great.
No.
But yeah, I love just that crappy wooden minesweeper. It's really fun. Because metal boats attract the magnet pines. So, yeah. But yeah, and meanwhile, U.S. nuclear testing at Bikini Atoll.
Because of course we are.
Who do you think that's going to activate and make really big?
Godzilla. Yeah. And
the minesweeper gets a little secret mission to go stall Godzilla while another boat, like an actual heavy cruiser, comes in and deals with it. This sequence rocks so hard because they kind of go in a little cocky, except for Shikishima, who's like, you guys don't understand.
Yeah.
You guys don't get it. This is scary stuff.
Yeah.
And And then they see how big he is. Mm-hmm. And oh my god, is it terrible. But yeah, it's just this great scene. I love any Godzilla water action. I feel like it ends up looking very cool. Yes. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, the fins and everything. Yeah. It's just like, whoa, man. But yeah, and they're trying to get mines in his mouth and stuff. Very fun stuff. Because the first mine that explodes on his skin does absolutely nothing.
Right.
Yeah, you're not piercing him.
No.
No.
And even the one that was in his mouth... it instantly just grows right back.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they were dealing with a totally different kaiju here.
And even the actual artillery boat just gets wrecked.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Shikishima goes back home and he's like, listen, Noriko, I gotta tell you about this Godzilla thing. He opens up and then who comes into Tokyo a few days later? But the big guy himself.
Yeah. And he does destruction.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, this is nasty.
Yeah.
What they waited to do in Shin Godzilla, they do pretty quickly in this one. They just start bombing him, and he does not like it.
Nope.
But he atomic bombs with his atomic breath or whatever. Those explosions were no, you're not rebuilding that area.
No.
That's...
it's obliterated. Yeah. And Noriko's hurt in the during all of it. She saved Shikishima. But yeah.
Did either of you guys have a House of the Dragon moment though, when you find out that she's alive and in the hospital, and she's got the bandage, and you're just like, take it off. Take the bandage off. I want to see it.
No, because I don't know where in House of Dragon that happens.
Viserys.
I couldn't think of his name.
He has some disease.
Okay,
and it's
so that
just
was...
rotting him, and he starts wearing a weird gold mask that covers half his face at one point.
Okay,
and you're just
was...
he's got to take it off, right? Yeah. And then he takes it off to scare his grandchildren.
And it is wonderful. It is everything I hoped it would be and more. Okay. So I was really hoping. I was like, just take off the bandage. Do it. She doesn't. She doesn't take off the bandage.
No. Thank goodness.
She's sitting in a bed, so I guess we really don't know the extent of her injuries. But I gotta say, for being thrown, she looks okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't have much scrapes on her or anything. I think you could see a bandage on her arm.
I will say the ending, if it didn't make me cry, I might be like, this is contrived. But it made me cry, so I'm like, I can't complain that much, can I?
All right.
But yeah, after that, they're getting revenge on this thing. Oh, and Noda devises a plan because the government refuses to act. And I won't get into all of that, but it's a cool plan.
It is a cool plan. It is a cool plan. Yeah.
And Shikishima calls in the other survivor of the initial Godzilla attack, and he's like, "All right, I'll make a plane for you, but you have to kill yourself in it. You have to die with Godzilla."
Yeah.
And Shikishima's like, "I deserve this."
He gives at this moment he thinks that his kind of stand-in wife is dead, and so he gives and then Akiko.
Yes,
Akiko gives him this drawing.
Yeah,
and she misses her mom, and he's just says goodbye to her.
Oh, it was awful.
And then gives I don't know who that woman was. That his sister?
The neighbor.
Just his neighbor.
Yeah.
He's like, take care of Akiko, and he's just like, this guy's really gonna just kill himself.
Yeah.
And of course, luckily they throw one last scene in there.
Yeah. We don't get the scene until the crucial moment where we see him flying the plane into Godzilla's mouth.
Yeah.
But the other guy eventually is like, look, I'm putting in an ejector seat, and gets him to be like, you don't deserve to feel this way anymore. You need to get over this and go and live. Yeah. And everybody's really happy because they thought he was going to kill himself. So
Yeah.
we're like, wow. And then he blows up Godzilla's head too.
Right.
Crazy stuff.
Very
Remember in
crazy.
Final Wars when Godzilla blew up Gigan's head? You're like, whoa, man. And Godzilla just totally melts himself alive.
Yeah.
Because all of the energy has nowhere else to go.
Right.
And then he reunites with Noriko, and
about like you saying that you were getting emotional, like I was very emotional. I was getting emotional at the end. I think this is the only Godzilla movie where I was actually like tearing up at the end of a Godzilla movie. It was great.
Yeah, no, this is beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'm not just trying to like toot my own horn or pat myself on the back or anything like that, but when the guy is telling him, I understand why the guy is telling him that he needs to die.
Yeah.
But the first thing I said to myself was, the plane must have an ejecting seat. Like planes in World War II had ejecting seats. Like we had ejecting seats then.
Yes.
Like it was there.
Yeah. Yes.
So I was like, I was glad to see that. And also, when he's flying around, this is a little plane. This is not a big plane. When he's flying around that little plane and Godzilla's like swiping at it, anybody thinking about like a cat?
Yes.
I was like, oh, Godzilla just wants to play.
You don't know. Yeah. You don't know what's up. He's just really big.
Yeah. He doesn't know his own strength. You know what I mean? He just to play a little bit.
Even though he looks so evil in this. It's like a much more classic Godzilla design, but they really make him menacing.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. I think I preferred this Godzilla design to the Shin Godzilla design, but I understand why they're very different designing wise, but I prefer this one.
Yeah, no, it's a cool design. Yeah. I slightly prefer the Shin Godzilla one, but I don't really have many bad things to say about this movie. This movie's wonderful, and like I said, it really sells you on the human plot, and it gets you so emotionally invested in this guy's story and his family, and it's beautiful stuff. There's a reason this one became like a huge hit. You know, this was the biggest hit in the franchise, actually. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah.
Didn't this movie also win like
it won Best Visual Effects at the Oscars?
Like the only foreign movie to actually win a major category that wasn't in the foreign movie category.
I don't know exactly that, but I know it was the first Japanese crew to get that specific Oscar. Yeah.
Because I feel like I remember hearing something about that around the time, or like reading something, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, because this movie was made on a budget of Wikipedia listed it as 10 to 15 million. We don't know exactly, I guess, but this movie looks amazing.
It does.
Yeah. Like, this movie looks better than most American blockbusters.
Yes.
This looks better than any recent Marvel movie does in terms of the CG.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. These are also two of the first Japanese ones to have a CG Godzilla. Mm-hmm. Shin used some practical effects here and there. There's some parts of like the head that are definitely practical, but a lot of it was CG, and I think they really still capture the heart of the series.
Yeah.
Even working with that, because a big thing for the older ones is seeing the practical effects and seeing the suit work and the miniatures, but it still somehow gets that, which I think is very cool.
Yeah.
This one's also getting a sequel, so it's
is.
filming right now. Yeah, Godzilla minus 0.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I didn't understand, so their original plan was they wanted to get him, they thought, they were like, no creature can withstand being 1,500 meters below, or whatever it is, below the surface of the water.
Sea level.
So they thought like the pressure would be too much for him,
yes.
right? So when that turned out to not be the case, they opened up the buoy things, and it shot him to the surface of the water, right?
Yeah.
Why did he look white?
I think it's like the on Wikipedia they call it barotrauma. So it's because how like down under the water there's so much pressure, and if he's brought up quickly enough, it will
So
cause
it's-
the decompression
Yeah.
will mess him up pretty
It-
much.
it's like Ben's disease that divers sometimes experience if they resurface too quickly. It's a nitrogen buildup in your blood, and you have to like sit in a decompression chamber in order to
Decompress.
decompress and to re-elevate the nitrogen levels in your blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that didn't matter anyway because that didn't work. So that's when our hero flies his plane right into Godzilla's mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So dope.
Yeah.
so, and obviously, we know that there's a sequel. And if you watched the end of the movie, you knew there was going to have to be a sequel because something starts forming
Yeah.
down there and starts evolving. As I don't know what that was. What was that? His whole body?
It's like a chunk of him.
Chunk of
yeah.
his body.
Yeah.
And it starts like bubbling and
Yeah.
Yeah. Reforming.
yeah, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And apparently,
he's gonna come back bigger
the
and
director confirmed that the bruise on Noriko is caused by Godzilla's cells,
Oh.
whatever the hell that means.
Interesting. Oh.
She's gonna become Godzilla.
But yeah, this movie was a huge hit. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix right now. I highly recommend checking it out.
Oh, yeah.
I think everybody I've shown this to has been like, "Wow, what a movie!"
Yeah.
Like it's just a fantastic blockbuster, and like you will love it.
Yeah.
You will be moved by it. You'll be like, "Wow." Yeah, it's great. Like Steven Spielberg apparently got obsessed with it, which
Yeah.
I'm sure was a big compliment to the director, who said he took a lot of inspiration from Spielberg films for this.
Oh yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that as well.
A lot of Jaws, a lot of Jurassic Park for sure.
Yeah, he also lists Hayao Miyazaki as an influence,
Yeah.
some Bong Joon-ho,
Nice.
and Shin Godzilla as well.
Nice.
But yeah, I love this one.
So now, is Shin Godzilla and this movie, are they in the same universe?
They do not overlap. Yeah, no.
No, okay.
Think of it as just like an anthology.
Separate movies.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I have a question for you, Joe.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed between the Japanese movies of Godzilla and the Americanized versions of Godzilla is that in the Americanized versions of Godzilla, Godzilla seems to be more of like an anti-hero, or like just a being that's there to help humanity, whereas in the Japanese movies of Godzilla, he's this entity of like destruction, and he needs to be destroyed. Do you happen to know, being the Godzilla fan that you are, do you happen to know why there's that distinction between?
So, I mean, that is also there in a lot of the Japanese stuff.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yes. I mean, pretty much all of the Showa series from Ghidorah through the end of it are Godzilla as anti-hero, as like, I mean, toward the end of it, he's just straight up a hero. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody just loves him, and they're like, yeah, "Man, we love
Yeah,
Godzilla."
one kid was walking around with his toy.
Yeah, and a lot of the Heisei and Millennium era stuff has that too. I think maybe I just picked some of the more serious leaning ones for this series.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw a critic I like a lot, Justin Clue, who does a lot of stuff about Godzilla. He described it as, if you boil it down, you get two extremes of Godzilla: the monster and the fighter.
Yeah.
And I think that's a perfect way to put it. Is
Yes.
like, depending on the movie, he's either going to be a horrible monster, or he's going to be like your guy and your
Right.
friend.
Right.
And I think I know like the 20. I don't care about the Roland Emmerich one. That has very little to do with Godzilla, from what I understand. And aside from
Which one was that one?
that's the '90s one with Matthew Broderick.
Oh yeah, I saw it once,
Yeah.
and then I never saw it
I
again.
think it's really funny that design shows up in Final Wars for Godzilla to one shot. That's that's
Yeah.
great. But like I know like the 2014 one, Godzilla's like more serious. That's a more serious, like, oh, look at the destruction, and then it becomes like all right, he's fighting other monsters.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because like in Godzilla versus Kong, he's still kind of the bad guy, but like at the end they're like, all right, Mecha Godzilla's the real bad guy.
Yeah. That is exactly what it's like. Yeah.
Was that the one that like kind of came out like during COVID?
Yes.
Like, straight to HBO.
Yeah.
I remember one of them. It wasn't that one because that one was okay, but there's like one. I think Millie Bobby Brown's in it. Was that King of Monsters?
Yes.
Yeah, she's in Godzilla versus Kong 2, I think.
Oh, really?
She is, yeah.
But, like, I remember watching that and being like, God, this looks bad.
That one's really dark for some reason, and I don't think that's the way to do these movies.
Yeah.
I think you kind of got to see the goods, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Godzilla versus Kong is not dark, I can tell you that much, yeah.
No.
No, most of it takes place like on the water, right? like in sunlight.
Yeah. And like the first one in that 3 sequel iteration is also dark, but it's not as dark as King of the Monsters. Like you can still see the monsters fighting it out.
Yeah, that movie like gave me a headache. I was like, this doesn't look good. It's like it's loud. Like,
see, now I enjoyed King of the Monsters. Out of the 3 of them, I think King of the Monsters is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and not because so much of like the acting of the actors. It's more of like just seeing Godzilla fight Ghidorah and the whole mythology of Ghidorah coming back in like this version of the movies.
Yeah, I kind of love Godzilla vs. Kong. I think it's a great time. It's just a goofy, like, you know. To me, it's really reminiscent of the 60s stuff where it's like, all right, we're in for a wild ride.
Yeah, and I do agree with you on that one. And I do enjoy Godzilla vs. Kong.
I didn't see Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. These titles are getting really annoying.
Yeah, I'm like confused already. Like, I don't know which one's which.
But yeah, that one, I don't know. I'll watch it at some point. Yeah. And they're doing another one too. Godzilla X Kong, the Godzilla X Kong Supernova.
There's a show.
Yeah.
On Apple TV.
It's the Monarch.
Yeah. I ain't watching that show. Yeah. I could get really into this. I'm never watching that show.
And I don't know if that's Godzilla also, but it's definitely Kong. It might be Godzilla too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the show is supposed to like cover all of the kaiju that's underneath
the monster-verse.
Yeah.
I really liked. I thought it was really, really exceptional. I thought Kong Skull Island was great.
That's a fun movie. Yeah.
And then they like kind of teased that they're going to do another one, and they never did another one.
It just fed into Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it just didn't like do well enough, and they were like, we got to get another. We got to get Godzilla in there. You know.
But I think what the good thing is about Godzilla versus Kong is that you don't need to watch Kong. Skull Island. You don't need to watch Skull Island in order to watch Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you really need to watch any movie before any of these movies.
No.
Yeah, I think you can pretty much jump in wherever you want.
Wherever.
Okay,
you're fine.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, that's the monster.
Yeah.
He's going to either be, like Joe said, he's either going to be fighting somebody or he's going to be terrorizing people.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's been our Godzilla series, folks.
We didn't rate it.
We didn't rate it. 4.5 ejector seats. That's what I'm giving it. Yeah.
Oh, 4.5 ejector seats.
I like this movie a lot. I think I just like Shin Godzilla a little bit more. You know.
Well, as of right now, because like I said before, I feel like I need to watch Shin Godzilla again in order to appreciate it. But as of right now, my rating for Godzilla -1 is a 5 out of 5 ejector seats.
Yeah, I think I'm also going 5 out of 5 ejector seats. I very much liked it. I liked Shin Godzilla. I felt like some of it was a bit. A little too much. And that being said, I mean, I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I mean, I did very much like it. It's just, I was like, we probably could have cut 20 minutes off of it.
Yeah.
But this one, I was into it the whole time. You know, and yeah. So, yeah, 5 out of 5.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the series.
Thank you, Joe, for broadening my Godzilla horizons. I appreciate that immensely.
Got to Godzilla pill my coworkers. So this is a good time for me. But yeah, we will see you next time with another series. Who knows when this goes up? Who knows what will be after this?
Yeah. No, we don't know. No. Yeah. Do we want to do music?
Oh, yes. Yeah, Simona couldn't be here, but she sent me some song recommendations for what we've been listening to.
Caffeinated Librarians, what we've been listening to.
So I'll read off Simona's first. Nope, that's the wrong email. Hawassa, Good Goodbye, The Civil Wars, Poison and Wine, and Stromae, Fills de Joy. I hope I said those correctly. Comment below, Simona, if I didn't.
Simona, good job. I wasn't as prepared for this, but we just got hit with that crazy snowstorm. And as I'm putting on my headphones and stepping outside and hitting shuffle on my Spotify, first song that comes up, 7 Rings by Ariana Grande. Still hits. Still fire. I love it. And then I've been listening to a lot of Drop It Like It's Hot lately.
Wow.
Don't know why.
And that whole album is underrated, honestly. It was really big at the time, and then nobody listens to it anymore. But it's good. The Pharrell production goes.
It's wonderful. And I have to find the name of it, but I'll find it very quickly. Yes. Neck and Wrist. Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Pharrell.
Amazing song.
Yeah. That popped up while I was shoveling, and I was like, what song is this?
Yeah, you gotta listen to that whole album. It's almost dry. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the new one he did with his brother, Malice, the Clips, the new Clips album, Let God Sort 'Em Out. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that song's great. So check out that whole album. All right, I'm gonna do that. Neck and Wrist. Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Pharrell.
So I've been listening to my own playlist, and it's music that makes me feel good, and it's just like a whole amalgamation of stuff. So I guess because I just started listening to it last night. So the 3 that really that's really hitting me today are
All My Life, Casey and JoJo.
No. Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon.
Great song.
Land of a Thousand Dances by Wilson Pickett. And when I was really small, I used to call it the Na 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 song, because I didn't know any of the other lyrics. And I Need You Tonight by INXS.
In Excess.
INXS. Yeah. It's
All right.
a lot of fun. Yeah.
I'm throwing out there MIA, her song Bamboo Banga.
Okay.
Crazy stuff. I had put it on the car yesterday, and I was just floored. I was like, whoa, okay. White Feather Hawktail Deer Hunter by Lana Del Rey. At this point, this is a new single. Crazy song. Yeah, if you like the early Lana stuff, this stuff's gonna hit. Let's see. What should I do for the last one? You know what? Practice Looking Tough by E40. Amazing song.
I like it.
All right, well, we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.